Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Matthew Cavaiola.
And I'm Dr. Mahbouba Hashemi, and today we are continuing with our energy series and talking specifically about bioidentical hormones. But before we get into that, we want to actually just review what we talked about in the last video, which is introducing hormones and the important role that they play in our energy levels throughout the day and month, and also discuss basically the two that we focused on last time were thyroid and adrenals. Your thyroid is produced by your hormone is produced by your thyroid gland, and your adrenal hormones are produced by your adrenal glands, which basically are those little tiny glands sitting on top of your kidneys.
They're not that tiny, but
yeah. Relative to kidneys, they're tiny. And relative to the important function that they play in our bodies, they're kind of really
pretty amazing.
Tiny. Yeah, tiny, amazing glands. And so what we were basically trying to get across is addressing, let's say, just prescribing thyroid hormone of any kind, whether it's bioidentical or not, without taking a good look at your adrenal function, because they work in tandem with each other, is not optimal. And a lot of times you might be having, getting some false sense of energy. However, what you're doing is you're burning out your adrenals, and it's being given to you at the cost of your adrenals. So either supporting both, or a lot of times actually starting with adrenals and then getting into the thyroid could be helpful. All of this depends on your case, so it's not really a protocol. The other point that we touched upon was testing. So we talked about how important thorough, comprehensive testing is in order to determine whether or not your hormonal system is in balance, and how thyroid function is best determined by looking at your blood test, looking both at brain level hormones at the brain level, but also thyroid level, as well as for cortisol or for your adrenal gland function, looking at the salivary test that we you so eloquently described by taking 4 samples throughout the day and kind of looking at your cortisol rhythm at different parts of the day and looking at whether or not it follows a relatively normal pattern, both in terms of, because it's should not be stable.
So you've got low energy, right? You've got low energy. You come see a naturopathic doctor. We've run the lab tests. Now what are we going to do about it, right? That's the question. So here are 2 great ways that we can help to boost your energy levels. Mm-hmm. Number 1, you touched on the word bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. This is basically using hormones that are like the hormones that are found in your body. So what's great about bioidentical hormones is that your body, when it receives them, it doesn't have to do anything with them. It doesn't have to synthesize anything. It doesn't have to be overly processed. Your body can use them right away and be able to deliver it to different parts of your body and cause the different reactions that it's supposed to cause. For example, if you are having a hard time losing weight and you're sluggish in terms of your energy, when given bioidentical thyroid hormone, it actually helps to ramp up your metabolism. It helps to increase your energy levels, because that's what thyroid hormone does, right? So bioidentical hormones are really can be amazing lifesavers for people. We've seen it clinically over and over and over again, how it can help people get their lives back, really. So the thyroid and adrenals can both be corrected in terms of if there's an imbalance or if there's an underproduction of hormones, it can be corrected with bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. That's a really amazing therapy. Number 2 is something called adaptogenic herbs. And you might have heard this term before, adaptogens. But adaptogen, the word basically, these are herbs that basically helped you adapt better to stress. That's in a nutshell, right? So we're all bombarded by all kinds of things on a daily basis, right? We have a lot of physical, emotional stress, especially during this crazy times that we're living in. However, these types of herbs, they're great in terms of being able to support your body in times of stress, whether it's overproduction of stress, or if you just run the candle to where it has nothing left, right? Where you're basically just sapped of energy, right? And so it helps to boost you if you need boosting, and it helps to bring things down if you need to bring it down. which is just the innate wisdom of some herbs is just so profound. So adaptogens are great, and they're a great starting point oftentimes to be able to help to raise your energy levels if you have low energy or fatigue. So this is another part of what we would do in terms of our treatment protocols to be able to help people with low energy.
Exactly. You know, and something to point out, and we often talk about this, but I feel it's one of those pointers that does not get old, and we need to continuously remind folks of, and that is individualization is key. Even, you're talking about adaptogens, and all kinds of adaptogens are out there, but
Right.
not all of them might be suitable for you. For
Correct.
example, some actually might really dampen your response and or cause anxiety for you, and they could be an amazing herb for someone else.
Right.
So understanding some of the nuances and how to integrate that within the overall treatment plan that we have for you is key. Looking at your test results, and writing the treatment or giving the treatment for you.
Absolutely. And so work with a naturopathic doctor who understands kind of the totality of things and can look at your health holistically to be able to understand you as an individual, to be able to give things that are most appropriate for you in your case.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you're finding this information useful and valuable, please subscribe to our channel and share it with your loved ones, with your family, with your friends.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening.